So guys, this video and this post is about a very, very important topic that we are all dealing with. And please excuse me if I'm looking a little bit to the left or the right. However, it's mirrored. I got a little script because I really want to nail this topic because it's a topic that we're all experiencing as an IT consultant. It doesn't matter which sphere we are operating. If it's Microsoft, if it's SAP, if it's Salesforce or DevOps or name it. If you're an IT consultant or IT consulting business, a freelancer whatsoever. Do you still, this is the question, attention, do you still charge an hourly rate as a freelancer or IT consulting business? So in this video, I explain why I think hourly rates are completely outdated. In which I will also show exceptional cases which are acceptable and how you as a freelancer or IT consulting business can start getting paid for your results and not for your working hours. That's time and time again, I'm asked by our top freelancer or business clients how they can calculate their hourly rates. So in this video, again, I'll tell you the benefits of charging package rates, standardized, productized services, retainers, managed services, as a freelancer or consulting business, and why it all starts with a good positioning. By the way, if that's interesting for you, which I definitely know it is, you can also jump to some other videos. I've got a link in here as well on how to generate predictable recurring revenue as a freelancer or consulting business. I'm gonna link my YouTube channel. You see this video and you see many other very beneficial videos for you, which I'm going to link as well as my social media. If you don't know me yet, most of you will know me anyway. So let's start right on. Why is the positioning so important for this part as well? But shortly, who am I? Who is McGibney Mentoring and Coaching? Pretty easy. We as McGibney Mentoring and Coaching, we are helping IT experts, can be IT consultants, IT freelancers, IT consulting businesses, to start and scale their IT consulting business. Generally speaking, very, very individual. It can be in SAP, it can be Microsoft, can be Salesforce, DevOps, can be the individual development, name it. We have all of them in there. Been doing this for 3 years now. And about me a little bit more. Why am I able to tell you something about hourly rates or standardized productized services? Pretty easy. I've been in the IT consulting sphere for now 15 years, started as an employee, then quickly changed already shortly after my studies to a freelancer, and then had the typical problems that we are all dealing with these days. Right? But for me, the main point was I want to start my first business. So that was my goal from day one. That's why I started my first consulting business with focus on SAP, BI and banking. Scaled that up later on. And that was, by the way, located in Germany. And then later on, I started another company together with my former business partner, which was focusing on Microsoft Dynamics. We founded international business units from day one in order to optimize the company structure, as well as the obviously also the revenue and cash flow optimization situation. And scale that up. So all in all, we had roughly 100 employees, made 10 million euros in revenue. So in total with my SAP and Microsoft consulting businesses. And I myself, I went from 100 euros an hour, I think it was even less when I started, to 125, 150, 200, 250 sometimes even higher. So I know quite a bit when I talk about hourly rates, high increasing hourly rates, decreasing hourly rates, or implementing standardized or productized service offerings, which, by the way, was a leverage, a big scaling point for my businesses. Yeah. Now I'm completely focusing on my McKimpney mentoring and coaching business, which obviously I'm the founder and CEO with my team as well, supporting many clients, especially only in IT consulting sphere. And yeah, let's talk about the point why hourly rates will be are already outdated in 2024. So what are usually rates we're operating? I would say I see anything from 50 to 200, 250 euros. That's normal. So it depends on the niche, obviously, that we are operating in. I would say in SAP we are somewhere between 100, 150, depending if we have direct clients can be higher. Same goes for Microsoft. Something like that. But I would say the golden middle is 125, 150 per hour. What is the problem in 2024, guys? It's getting less, right? So anybody that you or you yourself are talking to, maybe you say it yourself, is the rates are getting less. I have problems generating projects and so on and so on. Well, the first problem here is obviously you're not properly positioned. That's why the positioning is so important. So you don't really know what you're offering. I guess most of you listening to this are getting their projects via platforms and recruiters. So that's already the problem zero. They get cuts from whatever 20 to 30%. So you can't charge high prices there because most of them, or a big part of the margin, are going to the partners here, which is fair. They're doing the work as well. Yeah. But if you want to increase your rates, this different topic, you have to have direct clients. But let's come back. Why are hourly rates outdated? Yeah. If you're not properly positioned, difficult. So let me explain a little bit why hourly rates are outdated. I'm gonna share my script here a bit, and we're looking at the explanation point here. Give you an example, right? Right here. Let's say a junior gets 75 euros an hour. Let's really keep it simple. It doesn't matter where. A senior gets 150 euros an hour. So now that, which is fair, right? So now the question is, the senior is 10 times faster than a junior, right? We all know that. We've been juniors, now we're seniors. So, but the senior does not get 10 times more the money. Or do you get 750 now? So there's a flaw in productivity, right? Since it's measured in time alone. If I work slowly, in this case, I earn more, but the customer gets less, but pays more. How does that fit together? Give you a very practical example of a tradesman in German, Handwerker, or dentist, whatever. So a tradesman costs 500 euros an hour, 500 euros and takes 3 hours. Another tradesman costs 1,000 euros and takes 30 minutes. Which tradesman are you going to pick? Well, I'm surely going with the one where I pay more, but save a lot of time and get a better service. So, option 2, right? So I don't care how long, in this case, I don't care that I pay a little bit more because I save a lot of more time. Yeah? The same question applies for IT consulting. Well, we get into some examples. Why should I get paid more when I take more time? And why is this? Give you another example from a NASA mechanic. And I think this example actually goes back to the Picasso era. So a NASA mechanic is asked to repair a spaceship. So he only turns. He's taking a challenge. Yeah, he looks at the spaceship, and after a while, he only turns like 3 screws and charges 100,000 euros. Yeah. And it only takes 5 minutes. So obviously, in this case, the NASA asks, but how can you charge 1,000 euros? It just took you 5 minutes. The answer here from the mechanic is it took me over 30 years to realize that I could do this job in 5 minutes. Yeah. So this applies the same. Just because you, as a very experienced and highly skilled consultant or consulting company, why should you charge money by an hour if it took you maybe 30 years or 10 years or 20 years or how many years to build up that expertise? It took me 15 years to do so, and I'm still learning, right? So why we should charge only by hour? I'm not saying it's completely forgettable, but why? It doesn't reflect the reality, right? You've put in a lot of work to get where you are. Maybe you can help clients in a couple of days rather than in a month. Why you should earn less? The customer gets more. That's why hourly rates are outdated, yeah, as no productivity or added value for the customer is measured. Right? So let's think about a solution here. Yeah? How do you move away from hourly? Let's take a look at this. So basically the problem is you need to move away from the vendor's trade. In German we say Bauchladen. Yeah, because then it's like you can pick anything. We do SAP, we do Microsoft, we do Java, whatsoever. Yeah, we know all these companies, maybe yourself. It's like a fruit bazaar, yeah, where the client can say, I take 2 apples and 4 pears, but how much? What, 10 euros? No, I'm not going to pay for that. I'm going to pay 8 maybe 7, yeah. So trading is possible because you're like a vendor's trade, a Bauchladen, yeah. You have different ingredients, but you're lacking, this reverts back to the positioning, you're lacking a real recipe for a good dish, basically an offering. So you need to create an overall solution, a really good dish from all of your ingredients, your skills. Yeah? And then this trading possibility is vanished. Yeah? For example, I first focused on SAP, later on Microsoft, and I use these ingredients to build individual dishes. Again, yeah, that means offerings that benefit the clients. Yeah. Here you see a Microsoft Dynamics 365 sales standard introduction with a couple of steps here. What is it? How can it look like? Yeah. Of course, a little bit blurred out. Use that myself. So there's a real life example. And for example, it took me 10 days, yeah, or us as a company 10 days in total, yeah, not measured in hours. It just took 10 days on a timeline total to implement sales in our standard, and we charged 15,000 euros, just for example. Yeah. Another example, it can be UX design, yeah, 5 A/B testings for customers, cost 10,000 euros. The very, very important point about this is complete solution, that we offer a complete solution where the perceived added value is higher than the price paid by the customers. Again, offer a complete solution where the perceived added value is higher than the price paid by the customers. It's not always just money. It can also be time as well as branding and so on. Yeah? Very important. Now, if you'd like to have further examples from practice or actually the script, please contact us, by the way, via DM. So what are situations where hourly rates are difficult to avoid? This is also very important to discuss. Yeah, anything where we have a resource thinking. When you are only a resource in a team with a major customer, so in corporations and so on, yeah, it's very difficult to get out of there because everybody is used to that. So that also leads already to the point that acquiring new customers might be necessary to look a little bit to a different target audience. But there is still leverage mechanisms that tell you that. Yeah? But coming back, why is it difficult? Maybe you are in a team, you're a consultant, or you have a couple of consultants from your company in that team, everybody's invoicing T&M, you will not be able to change the corporate structure. This is super clear, right? But still there are leverage mechanisms. Yeah? So think about a long-term major customer, like the corporation, yeah? So instead of assigning me or my team for X hours per month to do whatever, how about we take over the sprints, the tickets, giving examples now, and the entire development, instead of the customer giving it to your or to their development team, and we take over the complete package, including the coding, yeah? So now you're generating a benefit. The client, in this case, does not need to be bothered with some development. You're taking it all over. You're adding value. So now the client is ready to pay a little bit more. And taking this a little bit further, here we received 125 euros per hour, let's say, standard rate. 8 hours, that's 1K a day, right? Now I can take the tickets, this case, or the sprint tasks, or whatsoever, and distribute them in my team or also to external freelancers. So my internal cost will be lower anyway, yeah? Or I give it to a freelancer, that's fetching, for example, 600 euros, and I hand them over completely. So I have a profit of over 400 euros at least in this case. See how we can leverage this anyways. Yeah? So the leverage one here is you take over the entire service and distribute it, A, internally, or B, externally, like explained above. Yeah? So the leverage two, take a look here, is you openly communicate that the hourly rate offered is below your standard rate, but you have a partner with whom you are familiar, to whom you hand over the ticket, sprint test, whatsoever. So this scenario, you still make a profit for at least 10 to 20% in that range. The leverage three is you can negotiate a retainer, or also like a managed service, like a done for you, and so on. Yeah? Getting back to the retainer, you have fixed deliverables, for example. Yeah, in this case, it can be fixed story points per month that you deliver, 50 story points. Videographer, for example, charges 250 euros per month for a podcast. Sounds familiar. Or you deliver one standard report for business unit in SAP or Power BI per month. You have and many more examples, and you have a fixed monthly invoice. That means a predictable, positive cash flow. So what's the conclusion here? So I hope this really rings a bell. If not, please let me know. This is such an important topic. Let me know. So what's the conclusion? Yeah, you deliver greater added value to the customer in a shorter period of time. More benefit. Instead of continuously billing only time, where the customer is also obliged to control you. So you're adding even value, not only from your perspective, you also take less work, or you take work from the client, so he is not bothered with that. Yeah, you create a win-win situation. And at this point, always ask yourself, would you buy your solution, your offering? And I'm not saying, of course I'm gonna buy that. No, really ask yourself, distance yourself from a little bit from where you are right now, and ask yourself, do I understand the benefit? Talk maybe to your partner, to your wife, to your husband, whatsoever, to your tree these days, and just ask, would you understand what we are offering? Sometimes a complete outside perspective helps. So in 2024, hourly rates will be outdated or are outdated, Because what's the situation right now? The price dumping is happening through near and offshoring. That means more and more people are flushing the market. The market is growing. So don't say the market is growing. Look at all the statistics. Look at my video about that, how the market is growing. And but of course, it also grows in competitors. Problem is that a lot of nearshoring and offshoring companies, the freelancers, are flooding the market, and they decrease their price because they offer something for 25, 50 bucks. You can't go there, right? And when you are here, you are thinking as a resource. You are not positioned properly. All the clients, all the customers are are referencing to you as a resource. A resource is a little puzzle in a team that can be exchanged. So again, changing your perspective. If you're a client and you have someone for 150 euros an hour that delivers skill A per hour, and you have someone who costs 50 euros an hour who delivers skill A for 50 euros an hour, whom are you gonna pick? There's an additional value. And distance yourself from your ego. Oh, I have more experience. It doesn't matter. The client doesn't see that. If you're only a CV, a resource, yeah, added value only in your time. Yeah, less is more. That's the problem. It's no appreciation of the years of expertise behind it. It's not visible. But we have to get customers there, right? That's a problem as well. There's a transitioning. Yeah, they are used to do other things. Added value, win-win. That's the point that I'm trying to make. Yeah, you need to add more value to your offering. Yeah, and it needs to be visible. Obviously, it's more possible with SMEs, so small, medium-sized enterprises, than with large corporations. But that doesn't mean it doesn't work. For example, we have managed ongoing SAP Microsoft customers on a retainer managed service base. That was so we could generate a secure, positive, and predictable cash flow, as said before. Yeah? So I really hope this video helped you. If you want to know more, book an appointment with us. It's completely for free. It's a free consultation call. Whether you're a freelancer or entrepreneur with up to 50 employees, that's our sweet spot where we can help. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Reach out to me, reach out to my team. Really happy if we can help you. This topic is highly delicate. It refers to all of us on the market. I know you're struggling with that. I know that you have problems implementing such standardized, productized services, managed services, done for you, retainers, whatsoever, completely operating in T&M. And please don't get me wrong, T&M is not a bad thing, but you know, these package offerings are great to open to new clients. Less risk for clients, right? Financially, less dependency as well down the road if you add these kind of things in your offering, and that can open the door to bigger offerings like T&M projects. After all, I'm not saying completely replace, never going to happen, but add this, and it needs to be visible, right? If you're just a resource or your company is just delivering CVs, resources, body leasing in our term, you're exchangeable against others. So you're a threat. Yeah, you are threatened by outside companies just based on the skill per hour. Add more value to the clients, they will appreciate it down the line. So again, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, reach out. Looking forward to answer any comments.